Let's start. The project name is Chips and Chip Group. Let's see the project structure. Here we have the main activity. And in the UI, we have an activity_main.xml file, which is the layout of the main activity. Let's see the UI. In the activity_main.xml file, we have various chips and chip groups. Let's see them one by one. This is the default chip. This is the entry chip. An entry chip comes with a cross button on it. This is the choice chip. A choice chip can work as a checkbox or as a radio button. This is the action chip. An action chip is basically a default chip. This is the filter chip. A filter chip shows a tick icon when the user selects the chip. A filter chip can work as a checkbox or as a radio button. This is a chip group of entry type chips. This is a chip group of choice type chips. This is a chip group of filter type chips. Let's see the code. The constraint layout is the root layout. This is the default chip with an icon. This is the entry chip. This is the choice chip. This is the action chip. This is the filter chip. This is the chip group of entry type chips. The single line attribute is set to true, so all the chips in this chip group would be shown a single line. If the number of chips exceeds the screen size, then they would work like a horizontal scroll view. The single selection attribute is set to true, so a user can select only one chip from this chip group. So this basically will work as a single selection radio button group. If we don't mention the single selection attribute, then this would work as a checkbox. And these are various entry chips in this chip group. This is the chip group of choice type chips. We have already seen this in the above code. And these are the various choice chips in this chip group. This is the chip group of filter type chips. You can see that we have not mentioned the single line attribute here, so the chips would be shown in the next line if the number of chips exceeds the screen size. Also, the single selection attribute is not mentioned here. So a user can select more than one chip from this chip group. And these are various filter chips in this chip group. Let's see the Java code now. These are the imports. This is the main activity. The activity implements the onClick listener interface, which handles the onClick events of the chips. These are the data members of the class. In the onCreate function, we set the onClick listener of the various chips. In the onClick function, whenever a chip is clicked, we show a toast. An entry chip comes with a cross icon which can be used to close that chip. So we have set the onClose icon click listener of the entry chips over here. When the cross icon is clicked, we remove that chip from the screen. For this entry chip, we haven't removed it from the screen, but we have just shown a toast. Here, we have set the onChecked change listener of the chip group of choice type chips. When a chip from this chip group is checked, we show its name in a toast. Here, we have set the onChecked change listener of the chip group of entry type chips. When a chip from this chip group is checked, we show its name in a toast. Here, we have called the getMultipleChecked filter chips function. In a chip group of filter type chips, a user can select more than one chip. So this function handles which chips are checked and which are unchecked. Let's run the app. So that's it. That's how you can implement chips and chip groups in Java Android. Thanks for watching.